What up, y'all? Chargers Truther coming to you after the 2024 NFL Draft. We just wrapped it all up. We picked 9 new players, addressed a bunch of different needs, took a big old tackle at that 5th overall pick, took 3 receivers trying to replace what we have lost in Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, took 2 cornerbacks, addressed some big, addressed the trenches as well, linebacker and defensive tackle. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good draft. I would have gotten a running back a little bit higher. I thought our biggest needs going into it were running back, receiver, defensive tackle, and linebacker. We addressed all of these positions. Again, I would have taken a running back a little bit higher, but I trust these guys. This is no longer Tom Telesco. I'm so tired of those days. This is a new mentality, a new front office. So we're trusting these guys for sure. Here I'm drinking a big old glass of vodka. Just kidding. This is water. This is a refreshing day. We're starting over. This is refreshing. Cheers. All right. So right off the bat, first pick, Joe Alt. This dude is about almost 6'9", 320 pounds, a freaking monstrous human being. I made a video already going over this pick. Many of us thought we were going to go like Malik Neighbors or something like that, but I understand what Jim Harbaugh and Ortiz were trying to do. We're trying to protect Justin Herbert right here. This is the foundation of the team. Build the foundation. Do things the right way. Start from step 1. This is step 1 in building a team. You address the line of scrimmage. You don't just start jumping to these other positions. I get it. This guy's going to be a cornerstone of our team for years to come. His dad was an all-pro. This guy is going to be, this is as much of a sure pick as I think that you can find out there pretty much. So, yeah, he's going to probably be taking Trey Pipkins' spot at the right tackle or left tackle. We're going to see what happens with Rashawn Slater and, now Joe Alt on the other side. Who's going to play right tackle, who's going to play left tackle. But having those 2 guys on the edge, Justin Herbert is going to be protected. Now it's going to be, the concern is going to be the interior of the offensive line. But you can't fix everything in one draft. This is, I think, a good pick. We're going to take care of Justin Herbert. And yeah, so going on to this next pick, we got Ladd McConkey, about almost 6 foot receiver, 186 pounds. He's a little bit thin. He's probably going to have to put on some weight to play in this NFL because it's a brutal game, rough game. But what's special about him is he's quick. He's a great route runner. He's smart. He knows how to set up the DBs to get open. Was very productive in college for Georgia, a very successful program. And this guy with his route running ability, he's fast. He ran like a 4.39. He's got some speed to him. I think we're gonna try and use him as kind of somewhat of a replacement, I believe, for Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen was a ninja, the Slayer, best Chargers receiver of all time. Great route runner at getting open. He maybe wasn't the fastest guy, but he knew how to get open. And we're hoping that we can get something like that in Ladd McConkey. We're hopeful for this guy, and we're looking for him to step right in. He's going to be pushing Josh Palmer even. He's going to be pushing Quentin Johnson. But realistically, it's probably going to be, he's going to be maybe a little bit of a slot guy with those 2 guys on the outside. He's going to be probably fitting in, between those guys. Maybe he's going to be playing outside, pushing one of them out or whatever. We're going to have those 3 guys, but there's competition now in this wide receiver room. And honestly, with Jim Harbaugh and these guys, we don't really know how things are going to go yet. This is their first offseason. It's going to be very interesting to see how Ladd McConkey fits into this offense. I'm just thinking that he's going to be on the field in like a slot role with Palmer and Johnson more on the outside guys. But, I could be wrong a bit. Who knows? It's hard to tell right now. 3rd overall pick, Junior Colson, 6'2", 238 pounds, coming out of Michigan. Started 36 games for, the last whatever years, 2 years, 3 years under Jim Harbaugh in Michigan with that championship winning team. Led the team in tackles each of the last 2 seasons. This dude is a leader. He's got the size. He's got the instincts. He knows how to play the position. He can be a leader for us. Last draft, we took Diane Henley. This guy did nothing for us in this past season. Hoping that he can step up. There's competition now at that linebacker spot. If we got Denzel Perryman. He's a little bit older, maybe got some tread on the tires. We'll see. But this is a young buck, young stud. We're trying to set ourselves up for the future, for years to come. This is building the foundation of the team. You know, that's what we're doing here. You can see, and we needed a linebacker. We needed a defensive captain. We needed a hitter, some dude that's gonna play, that's gonna be there, that's reliable. That's what I think we're getting in Junior Colson. This dude is gonna probably step in and be the day one starter, probably wear the green dot if not Derwin James, and he's gonna be solid for us, I believe. I like this pick, third round pick. You know, sometimes third round picks don't always pan out, but you expect to get a starter from your third rounder, and I'm pretty sure that's what we got right here. I like that pick. One of, you know, if we're rating these picks retroactively, I give the alt pick an A. I give McConkey pick, I give it a B. This pick, I give it an A minus at linebacker. In the third round, I give it an A minus. All right, going down to fourth round, Justin Eboigbe, defensive tackle, 6'4", 297 pounds, out of Alabama. This might have been my favorite pick in the entire draft. This dude is a big old defensive tackle. Literally, like, our biggest need was defensive tackle. Anchor the line of scrimmage. You know, stop getting gashed in the run game. Stop letting teams bully us and run the ball freaking however they want, pushing us back, dominating the line of scrimmage. This is what we needed. Alabama, big old dude. I give this pick an A. Definitely an A. Like I said, big dude, strong dude. He can pass rush. He can stop the run. He can do all these things. Fourth rounder, so obviously we cannot put too much of a hope on him. But our interior defensive line has been so weak for so damn long. This guy is probably going to be a starter. Like, there's not much competition there to begin with. So this is another foundational player. This guy is going to be expected to start and produce. So I love this pick. This is what we want. This is what I always talk about. Size, physicality, aggression, big schools, powerhouse schools. It doesn't get bigger than Alabama. I love this pick. That's an A for me. All right, going down to our next pick. I think this is our fifth pick in the fifth round. Tarheeb Still, about 6 foot, 190 pounds. This is a quick corner. He is kind of like he's quick, he's agile, he can cover pretty well. He's a little bit smaller though, so he's fast. And he's more of like a ball hawking dude, but he's gonna probably need to put on weight. I see this guy as being a depth player. He's not gonna be the starter, I don't think, unless he really, I'm just guessing right now. He's gonna be a backup, maybe a special teamer. But what it's doing is, again, it's adding competition to that cornerback room. We got Asante Samuel Jr. and we got I think Christian Fulton, and we still have Dean Leonard and Jasir Taylor. This guy is going to be injected into that room to push these guys, and we're going to see who rises to the top to become a real freaking player, a real starter, a real contributor, not just a bench rider. Like, there's been so many of these Tom Telesco guys in the past. No more freaking riding the bench. If you're riding the bench, you're getting cut. You're out the door. We're looking for players to step up. And again, at the fifth round, in the fifth round, you're not expecting starters, but you're hoping for them. So, I give this pick a B, I guess. B. It's not, it is what it is, whatever. Another fifth round pick, Cam Hart, another cornerback, double dipped in cornerback, back to back. This dude is, as Tarheeb Still was kind of a smaller, quick dude, this dude is a more taller, bigger dude, maybe less agile or whatever. He's 6'3", 200 pounds from Notre Dame. Big dude. I've seen him kind of get burnt by some quick receivers. I'm not sure how well he's going to be doing in the NFL. Maybe he can play safety even. I think maybe he has the size to even play safety a little bit. We'll see what happens. But again, this is another depth player. Put him into that room and see, put all these guys into the room and see who comes out. See who comes out on top. Let's hopefully, you're throwing darts on a board. You're hoping one of them is going to be a bullseye. So that's what this guy is. And yeah, it is what it is. I give it another B, I guess. I'm not going to give anyone a B minus. I don't think any of these were bad picks, but it's just like, it is what it is. We're in the late rounds right here. Sixth round, we finally took a running back. I really wanted to go running back on day 2. Even in second or third round, fourth round, waited till sixth round, fine. I know we got Dobbins and Gus Edwards. We still got Spiller. We got Kimani Vidal, 5'8", 213 pounds. This dude is small. He's like an Austin Eckler size. He's compact. He's strong. Keep in mind that Eckler was undrafted. We'll see what this guy has to him. But again, I don't have a lot of hope for him. We'll see. We're praying that he comes out great. He becomes starter, maybe a stud. But again, this dude is a small, compact. He's not the quickest dude, not the fastest dude. Not, if he's running up the middle, he's probably not going to be fighting for yards like we used to have in Melvin Gordon, that big bruiser that could carry his momentum through tackles, through the defense for another 2-3 yards or whatever. So he's probably going to get stopped like Austin Eckler, did when he gets contact in the middle of the field. You need to run the ball up the middle. So I don't know if this is not ideal for a running back, but we'll see. I'm gonna see him play. I need to see things to believe them, and I hope for the best in this guy. He was very productive in college at Troy. Put this dude in there. So we'll see. He's gonna battle it out with Spiller and Dotson for that third string pick. Or third string spot. These guys will be competing a lot, and it is what it is. Good. I mean, added. It's just some depth. Fine. Give that pick a B minus, I guess. I don't know, a B. I don't know. It's hard to rate these late round picks. 7th round, Brendan Rice, 6'2", 208 pounds. I gotta acknowledge the fact that he is the grandson of NFL legend, one of the Jerry Rice, one of the best players of all time. I watched his tape. He's fast, dude. He's kind of thin. He's got good size, and he's a deep ball. He's a deep ball receiver. This guy is gonna be running down the field, opening up defenses. I'm not too sure why he lasted that long on tape. He looked good, but again, he's gonna have to probably put on some weight, like all of these guys probably will. 7th round receiver. He looks good for a 7th rounder. I give it a B plus, but we'll see what happens. We'll put him in the field with the NFL dudes, and we'll see how he does. He's going to push for a receiver spot, obviously. I don't know. There's not much else to say about this. But I like this pick. He seems fast. He seems like a deep ball dude. He seems like a good receiver. He was Caleb Williams, one of his best receivers. So, okay, then that leads us to the last pick of the draft, Cornelius Johnson, the 3rd receiver we took. We took 3 receivers. We did lose Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, so I get it. It was a huge hole. Needed to be addressed. Addressing it now with 2 7th round picks. Cornelius Johnson from Michigan, 6'3", 212 pounds. He's got good size too. Doesn't seem like the quickest guy. He's not very shifty and agile or fast or anything. He's like a solid receiver. He does a lot of body catching. Played for Michigan though. He was productive for them. Helped them win the championship. And really that's all there is to say about that. He's going to go in there, push for backup role, see what he does. Not too much hope for this guy, but we'll see. He's a Michigan guy, just like he knows Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh knows him, and yeah, that is what it is. So overall, I'm gonna go to this depth chart I have. So right here, you can see, the main contributors I can see is obviously McConkey is just going from top to bottom. McConkey is gonna be probably. There's 3 receivers on the field a lot, quite often, especially with Justin Herbert. This dude's going to be on the field a lot. He's going to be targeted a lot, I'm sure. He's going to produce a lot, hopefully. He's going to be a contributor for sure. That's what we expect. And then, obviously, tackle Joe Alt. This dude is going to be a day 1 starter and hope for years to come. This is the main pick. This is the jewel of the draft, pretty much. Love this pick. Joe Alt, let's go. And then we got Eboigbe going down right here. Eboigbe right here. He's gonna be a starter. Great pick, making our room bigger. Defensive tackles. We got Puna Ford and now Eboigbe. Not bad. That's some size up front. Finally, we have some size at defensive tackle. No more weak shit. No more getting gashed, letting teams run us over every freaking game. Finally, thank you, Jim Harbaugh. This is what I wanted. This is what I would have done. This is exactly what I would have done. I would have taken that guy if I was in that position in the 4th round. I would have taken him. I would have invested at defensive tackle. Great move. Linebacker, we got Colson here. I put him behind Henley, but we kind of expect him to start over Henley. We'll see, though. We'll see. Can't count anybody out. Nobody knows the future. It is what it is. And then at cornerback, we got Samuel, Fulton, Taylor, Leonard, Still, and Hart. Again, like I said, these guys, that's 6 dudes. They're going to compete. We know Asante Samuel Jr. is going to be the starter. He's a dog. He's a little undersized, but he's going to be the starter. Fulton has been a starter. Taylor Leonard have been bench riders, and still in Hart. We're going to see what happens. It is what it is. So I'm going to go through again real quick and rate each position group again. Okay, here we got running backs: Edwards, Dobbins, Spiller, Vidal. I give this 7. That's a 7 to me. I don't think we have any studs there or anything like that. It's a 7. We'll see what happens. Receiver: Palmer, Johnson, McConkey, Davis, Rice. I give this now. Dang, that's a tough call. I want to give it another 7. I don't know. It's hard to predict these things. What these guys are going to be doing. Again, Rice and Johnson, I don't know if they're going to step up and be some crazy players. So I give it a 7 still. McConkey, I want to give it an 8, maybe a 7.5. Let's do decimals. 7.5. Fuck it. Tight ends staying at 7. We didn't address it. Tackle, Slater, Alt, Pipkins. That's a 9. That's a 9 for me. Slater, great. Alt seems great. That's a 9. Okay, then going to oh shit, wait, I gave that to tight end. Tackle is now a 9. Guard, Johnson, Sawyer, no change there. Center, Bozeman, no change there. Defensive tackle now, Ford, Eboigbe, Eboigbe. Yeah, that's going to be, I give that shit at least a 7.5 again. I want to give it better, maybe an 8. I wouldn't give it an 8. Not quite an 8. 7.5. I want to see what he's got. Defensive end stays at 9. Linebacker. Linebacker is going to definitely get better. I give that a 7.5 as well. Perryman, Henley, Colson, 7.5. We addressed it for sure. Cornerback. That's like a 7.25. I don't know. This is really tough. I'm really pressed right now. So anyways, that we went from about a 7 overall to 7.7. So that's like a C plus. We're pushing an 8. We need to see what these guys do. Things are going to change. Good draft though. Overall, I give this draft a B plus. B plus draft, I guess. Maybe A minus. Yeah, I'll give it an A minus. Fuck it. A minus draft. Cheers. That's about it. Been fun. Still going to be here. Really excited to see these rookies get on the field and start doing shit. Things are changing, I could tell. Addressing the defensive tackle, the linebacker, and the running back in the free agency. So good things I think are coming. But we have to see them to believe them. Everything will be proven. Nobody knows the future. I'm not going to start predicting freaking playoffs, Super Bowl, whatever, It looks good, though. We seem like we're on the right track. So that's all I really got to say about that. Chargers Truther, I'm going to tell you the real shit. Always, I'm not going to just hype up some happy shit. But, I'm happy with this. So, all right. Thank you. I'm out.